Hello everybody, here is my 2009 Ford Fusion, and I purchased it on June 3rd, 2024, so it has been in fact 1 year since I bought it. So I figured now that it's been a year, I would go ahead and give you an update, and for the newer viewers, this is what I drive, so let's take a look at it. It's silver, obviously. I named it Sandy because when I bought it I thought it looked sand colored, but it's actually silver. This was here when I bought it. It's gotten a lot worse because I've tried to fix it with different stuff. So the paint's peeling now. It went all the way down to there. This is loose. This is all loose. I gave up, but the light still works. This car's been in a few accidents before I bought it. That's one of the minor ones. Tires, they're Dural SDL Sport. They came with it. Actually pretty good tires for being a no-name tire. But they're all the same age, but a couple of them are a couple weeks newer. The side view. Everyone knows what these look like. Being that this was a Virginia car most of its life, the underside is very clean on both sides. I mean, if this was a Michigan one, everything from like here back would be rotted off, but nope, very clean. I've never undercoated it, but I do wash it in the winter once a week. And the reason that these older Fusions rot out right here is because there's a nice little crevice here that's completely flat where salt and stuff can collect and it just eats through the bottom. So that's what that is. View around the back. This taillight is missing the lens, as you can see. It's been like that since I bought it. I bought a replacement set at a junkyard that both had the lens, swapped them both in, broke this one at work, ironically, and I just put the original taillights back. And then as you can see, there's Gorilla Glue trailing down the bumper where I tried to glue it back in place. There's the back. The bumper's not in great shape. The whole body has quite a few dings and dents, but overall, it's pretty good. It's no rust is the big thing. Tire there. I have had an issue with this rim in the last like 6 months where every 2 weeks I get the low tire pressure warning. I think there's a rim leak somewhere, but I have an inflator, so it's not a huge deal. This is the worst of the two sides, if you will, but as you can see, this is like Tennessee rust, and the whole rest of it's good. Yeah, best thing about it is that. Body may be a little imperfect, but I'll take the no rust. And this side, that's what it should look like. Here's the key, typical Ford key. Unlock it and the lights come on. This is an SE if I didn't mention, so a mid-level model. Inside, fair warning, I didn't clean it or vacuum it for this video. This is lived in as seen condition, how I drive it every day. So yeah, black interior. I have floor mats in it, but the floor underneath is in good shape. And then the seats look like that. There's a seat cover on this one because sometimes I get in and I'm dirty from work, but they're both in good shape. This one has a bit of cracking like here and here where someone tried to like staple it back together, but overall good shape. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lumbar thing here, partial power, and then the backrest. And has a steering wheel cover on it too because the steering wheel is starting to fade and I don't want it to start falling off. But I'll go ahead and start it up here. Start it up. I'll have to shut the door for the mileage. Currently has 108,171 miles. I purchased it with 95,760. I reset trip B when I bought the car, so it flipped over zeros to 10,000 once, so I've driven it 12,410.8 miles since I actually bought it. And real quick, miles still empty, MPG average, average speed, 2 timers, or nothing. This is the like quote-unquote enhanced information center because the base model S ones just had like the one little like button here and then just one trip odometer, but I reset trip A every time I get gas. So, but yeah, so I put about 12,400 miles on it. It would be about 3,000 more, but the first 6 months I owned this car, I had a second car. So yeah, I drive a lot, but let's go ahead and start it up here. It's not cold, but it's also not super warm, as you can see. So I'll pop the hood here. The driver's window is automatic down. The rest of them are regular and manual up. Show you under the hood, it's covered in pollen. This is the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder, it's the base engine. Very, very slow, I will say, but a ton of room to work, and it's been very reliable. This is a very reliable engine. Everything's easy to get to. Only thing I've done under here was replace the power steering pump. That was not fun. But yeah, other than it being slow as heck, I think it makes 160 horsepower, 165. Other than it being slow as heck, especially getting on a highway on-ramp and being loud like a 4-cylinder, it's fine. So, yeah. If you want speed, get the 3-liter V6. That's what I can tell you. I'd be interested to drive the facelifted version of this, because once you step up to a 2010, you get the 2.5. I'd be interested to see if you can feel a speed difference. But this was the last year of the old front end in the 2.3. And around the back. So yeah, not the fastest thing in the world, but pretty reliable. Actually very reliable, I would say, knock on wood, and pretty good fuel economy. This thing gets about, in the city, 22 to 23-ish, maybe 24 if you're really careful. Highway, average 31, 32. I got it up as high as 37 once by hypermiling it with the cruise control at 60 on flat ground. No AC, no windows, nothing. So it will get good fuel economy for a mid-sized family car. And it's a 2.3 liter, you know, it's not like a 1.5 or a small 4-cylinder. But 3-liter would be faster for sure. Leaving the window down because it's hot, but the rest of the windows there, you can see they go down almost all the way. Adjustable seat belts. Window lock, door handle obviously, lock and unlock. I did have to replace this handle because it got stuck like this and it wouldn't auto lock, so replace that handle. There's a couple odds and ends I've replaced, like this vent when I bought it was broken. So I ended up just replacing this whole console with the drawers one, just did that. A couple odds and ends, but the power steering pump was the only big thing. Mirror control, door pocket, headlights and fog lights. There's a little light that comes on, they're not automatic. Trunk popper, gauge dimmer, vent, my phone mounts. Pretty tight power steering. The steering's, like the turning circle in this car kind of sucks, but you know, not the end of the world. Turn signals and the high beams. Windshield wipers here, intermittent, and then you can push it like that to wash. Horn, cruise control controls here, it works. Radio controls here. The little defroster vent cover thing is missing because the dashboard is so sun faded and peeled up that it just was it was falling off when I bought the car. I just took it off the rest of the way. Airbag cover is the same. This car doesn't have a ton of interior storage, but it does have this super massive, like, nice storage here that's covered. I love that about it. Vents, your gauge controls, which, as you can see, the gauge cluster is very simple, very easy to read. Tack, speed, temp, gas, hazards, passenger airbag off light, standard radio, original radio. It's a 6-disc changer with an aux jack, which is located in the center console, along with an extra cigarette lighter right there. It all works. I don't use the radio a lot, but this car has a good sound system. Great time to test it. Yeah, actually a really, really good sound system, really good bass to it. Puts some of my friends' subwoofers to shame, let's put it that way, and it's stock. Climate controls here, simple to operate. Air conditioning, rear defroster. The AC works very well. Heat works good too. Turn it on there. I will say that the AC is not the strongest AC I've ever felt. I think my F-150 had stronger AC, but then again, this is a mid-size car, so it's adequate for that. Cigarette lighter, the main one there, storage. That penny has been there since I bought the car. Transmission, it's a 5-speed automatic. It's fine, you know, it's nicer than a 4-speed, but low gear there. There's no manual mode or anything. And then reverse. It's fine. They gave you a 6-speed in 2010. That would be nicer, but at least it's not a 4-speed. Parking brake, which works and has the light on right now because we're on a hill. Love that it has a good working mechanical parking brake, and I much prefer this over the foot pedal. Even though I don't use the parking brake a lot, only when I'm on a hill, love having the hand brake instead of the foot pedal. 2 cup holders. I already showed you this. It's got change storage. Not a huge center console, unfortunately, but it does have this little tray that you can release, so that's nice. Passenger door card, passenger seat in good shape. Glove box, which is decent size, but what I love, and I didn't know what this was until about a month ago, there's actually a CD case storage slot right there that is huge. It's like a freaking like 7-8 inches deep. I shove all my forks in there. I love that. That totally makes up for the glove box being small. And then the manual here, it's just the typical Ford foam manual that they had. So not a huge glove box, but the CD storage thing makes up for it. Rear view mirror, it's adequate. It's a little peeling, but it's all fine there. Visor with the stupidest design ever where you have to pull away from you. I hate that, but it does come out. Don't know who designed this, but it's like that. Passenger one used to not stay up. I had to fix it. Yeah, there it goes. See, you put it in and then it's stupid. I don't know who. I keeps having this problem. It's been like that since I've owned it. It's stupid design. No sunroof, and this is obviously aftermarket, the glasses holder. No sunroof. There's just one dome light, which is bright, and then the center part comes on. No sunroof, like I said, and the headliner's in okay shape. Passenger seat belt. Go ahead and rev it a few times here. Definitely a 4-cylinder. That's what I will tell you there. It is definitely a 4-cylinder. So, yeah. Roll the window up here. She's not a powerful one, but at least she gets pretty good fuel economy, and she's, you know, reliable. So, go ahead and shut it down here. Show you the rest of the car. There's the little thing, although it's kind of rubbed off. Fun fact, by the way, on Ford's parts website, you can put in your VIN number and see what date your car was actually built on, like not just the month, but the date. This car was made on my birthday in 2008, 10/16 of 08. So my 3rd birthday, this car was manufactured. So that's how old this car is, and that's how old I am. This car was made on my birthday. Didn't even know that till after I bought it and I looked the VIN up in the website, but yeah, it's always funny. Car built on my birthday, look at that. Back seat here, no door pocket storage. The back seat is really nice sized for a mid-size car. As you can see, it's in very good shape, but great size for a mid-size car. I mean, I'm 5'8". This is positioned where I would sit, and it is amazing space back here. I mean, headroom is a little tight, admittedly. See, the headliner's in okay condition. It's a little tight headroom-wise, but look at the knee room. I mean, I can almost lie down, and this seat is like 4 clicks or so from being all the way back. Like, it's insane how much room this has for a mid-size family car. It's crazy. Headrests go up. By the way, these are the stupidest headrests ever. They tilt forward, as you can see, and they are incredibly uncomfortable. I know it was like a safety thing. The Mustang had it, but I hate that. And 2009 was the only year that had them like that. If you look at an 08 Fusion, the headrests are normal. So, stupid design. I hate that, but you learn to live with it. Seat back, pocket. This one has a pocket, but it's covered. No fancy vents or anything. There is a flip-down cup holder here, which is nice. And then the little tray there. This back seat hardly ever gets used. In fact, it carries more stuff than anything. I mean, for work, I had this car loaded floor to ceiling the other day with catering supplies, and even for that, or lawn bags or anything, I mean, this car is really practical. People are like anti-sedan, and it's like, why? They're so practical, actually, if you use them right. Notice, low mileage, check this out. Slack in the retractor, and look at, there's actually an indentation where the buckle sits, and my favorite one is on the middle seat here. Not only is there a little indentation, but check this out. There's actually a sun fade line where the seatbelt sits, and the seatbelt actually has a faded spot too. It's funny. I have a feeling this car was never garaged. I mean, it's never been garaged when I've owned it, so. But yeah, back seat hardly ever gets used. The whole interior of the car is actually really in good condition, like all things considered. The seat cover makes you think it's not, but can't easily take it off. It looks like that seat, and as you can see, very good condition. So I take a lot of pride in making sure my car is clean, minus all that junk, but that'll clean out. That's from my feet. And like you saw under here, it's in mint condition under that. So yeah. Fuel door, the trunk, which you can pop from the key or with the button inside or with the key slot. I love that the struts don't go into the trunk. You would think that doesn't make a big deal, but it does. Release. The seats do fold here. You can pull this, and then on either side, and it's a 60-40 split. And then that front passenger seat will fold all the way flat. So if you fold all this stuff down, I mean, you really get a lot of room out of this. It's pretty impressive for a mid-size car, how much room you get. Love it. The car seat anchors there. The trunk is okay. The opening is huge, but once you're actually in there, it's not a ton of space. It's manageable. Like for a mid-size car, it's fine. But see the spare tire and the jack. I do wish it was bigger. And then under this, it's in mint condition for the most part, but I keep this here. But yeah, trunk is not huge. I wish it was a little bigger. I have a coworker with a 14 Fusion, and they made the opening a lot smaller. It's like half this, but it's deeper. So yeah, trunk is fine for a mid-size car. I mean, I do wish it was a little bigger, but it's fine, especially because the back seat, like you saw, is so huge that really it makes up for it. They sacrificed a little trunk space to have a nicer cabin. And yeah, this weather stripping has been falling off since I bought the car. But yeah, so trunk is fine. The struts not being in it is super nice, and the sacrifice on the interior room is passable. So that's the trunk. Third brake light, which is mounted there because this one doesn't have a spoiler, obviously. This side, it's the same. Like I said, this seat is pretty much all the way back, and even still, I can pretty much lay down in it. I can lean all the way down, and the seats are very comfortable. So even though they're not, you know, it's not a Suburban, but this is definitely passable for a mid-size family car, and there's dirt everywhere. No door pockets, though. I wish it had that. And yeah, no rust. Like I said, that dent was there when I bought it. So was that scrape, I'm sure, because what would have put that in? That had to have been there. Passenger seat, like I said, it's a little dirty. Like, don't mind the dirt, but aside from this weird discoloration, which has been there since I bought it, no staining really on the seats other than a few like indentations and marks. These seats also, if you can't tell, are extremely bolstered. Like this whole car is a Mazda design, but you can very clearly tell that these are not like typical Ford seats. These are very like bolstered, like European style seats, probably from the Mustang, I would imagine. And then yeah, that's dirty, but again, you can all clean it. Door pocket. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to see on this. That is, and then you can see here how melted up the dashboard is. That is my 2009 Ford Fusion SE that I named Sandy, my daily driver for the last year now, June 3rd, 2024 to now. So that's it for the tour portion of the video. Can lock it. Now, what do you say we get some driving footage? All right, now it's time to get some driving footage. Hopefully this will give you a pretty good idea of what it's like to drive this thing. hope you all have enjoyed this tour and startup video and this little test drive here, little POV. I tried to stay quiet for pretty much all of it there so that you can kind of hear what the car sounds like, hear what it sounds like to drive it, and, you know, driving experience and whatnot. So, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and follow me on the web at isaac24.com. And that is it. Peace.